SAFM, South Africa's news and information leader.
Thank you, Nancy. Angry workers caused damage at municipal offices in Sasolburg, and Justice Minister testifies in Maqubela murder trial. That's in the news at 1 o'clock. Good afternoon. About 600 workers have gone on the rampage, smashing windows of the Metsi Maholo municipal offices in Sasolburg in the Vaal Triangle. The workers have embarked on a wildcat strike, demanding that 4 senior managers be fired. They accuse them of mismanaging municipality funds. This is the 3rd strike by workers at the municipality this year. Reporter Edwin Tsidi is there.
Workers have gone on a rampage, damaging municipal offices. They threw stones at the building and used knock-keyries to smash the windows. The angry mob overturned dustbins in front of these offices. They want 4 managers, including the supply chain manager, John Mutoung, who was arrested on allegations of fraud, to be fired. Mutoung is accused of embezzling over 100,000 rand. Workers claim that municipal money is being mismanaged, while employees, including emergency personnel, work without protective gear. The workers are continuing to protest outside the offices under the watchful eye of police. Edwin City, SABC News, in Sasolburg, in the Free State.
ANC Youth League President Julius Malema's disciplinary hearing has been postponed to Saturday, the 5th of November. The SABC understands that the postponement from the original date of Thursday the 3rd was due to a request from the ANC's disciplinary committee to Malema's defense team. Final arguments will be presented on Saturday in the case in which the youth leader has been charged with sowing divisions within the ruling party. Speaking to the SABC, Malema appeared optimistic, saying his defense team has presented good arguments and produced credible witnesses.
You have no reason to doubt their loyalty. Those are people who were underground, were in prison, were in exile, who have been tortured for this movement, and every time they act in the best interest of the movement. So that's why we brought them to come and explain, so that you don't say, no, they are furthering factional agendas. They have no factional agenda to advance. People like Mama Winnie, they do not belong to any faction. If there is a faction they belong to, is the ANC.
Besides ANC veteran Winnie Madikizela Mandela, Housing Minister Tokyo Sikhwale and Sports Minister Fikile Mbalula are reported to have testified on Malema's behalf. Justice Minister Jeff Radebe has testified in the Western Cape High Court that he had met the Maqubela couple on the 4th of June 2009, a day before acting Judge Patrick Maqubela was murdered. Radebe says he met Maqubela's wife Thandi in the morning and the husband Patrick in the afternoon. The widow and Vela Mabena are accused of murdering the acting judge. Radebe, a lifelong friend of Judge Maqubela, says the widow accused her husband of having extramarital affairs and that she wanted to go public with the information as he was about to be appointed as judge. Chris Mabuya reports.
Radebe says he heard for the first time that there was a problem in the marriage of the late judge and the accused Thandi Maqubela. Radebe says he took the allegations of extramarital affairs seriously. He says the late judge was aware of the accusations, which include that he was also a sex addict, but expressed disappointment. Lawyers for Thandi Maqubela want the court to take the evidence on what the deceased said as hearsay. The trial continues. Chris Mabuya, SABC News, Cape Town.
The family of Western Cape High Court Deputy Judge President Jeanette Traverso is hoping that she will recover soon. Traverso's nephew, Nicholas Traverso, says she is currently in a critical but stable condition on a ventilator in the ICU of the Vincent Pallotti Hospital in Pinelands near Cape Town. He says Traverso is in a medically induced coma after she was hit by a golf cart on Sunday. The cart was reportedly driven by an advocate at the Royal Cape Golf Club. Traverso is the first woman acting judge president in the country. President Jacob Zuma has arrived at the French Riviera city of Cannes to attend the G20 summit, which resumes tomorrow. The 2-day summit takes place amid fears that the Eurozone debt crisis could dominate the summit's developmental agenda. The G20 has emerged in recent years as a premier forum for global economic policy discussion and coordination. On Sunday, Greece Prime Minister George Papandreou announced a referendum on the new Eurozone debt deal. The move shocked European markets and threw the future of the euro back into disarray. Tsepo Ikaneng reports.
As President Zuma arrived at the Mediterranean Sea resort of Cannes, French President Nicolas Sarkozy and German Chancellor Angela Merkel were preparing to hold emergency talks on the euro debt crisis ahead of the G20 summit tomorrow. Greek Prime Minister George Papandreou has been summoned to a meeting with euro leaders later tonight to discuss his decision to call for a referendum on the EU's bailout package. Leaders of emerging markets of India, Brazil, Russia, China and South Africa have already admitted that the euro debt crisis will overshadow this year's G20 summit. The summit is expected to discuss pressing issues like the reform of the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank, volatility of commodities markets and their impact on food prices. Tsepo Ikaning for SABC Radio News in Cannes, southern France.
WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange is due to learn today whether he will be extradited from the UK to Sweden over allegations of rape and sexual assault. Assange's whistle-blowing WikiLeaks site published a mass of leaked diplomatic cables which have embarrassed several governments and international businesses. He has denied the allegations and says they are politically motivated.